MMAWeekly.com, Damon Martin here with the champ, Dominick Cruz. Dominick, just saw you a couple days ago in D.C., obviously, off a successful victory. Congratulations again. Everyone knew Demetrious Johnson was a tough kid, but were you impressed with the way he was able to stick in there with you for 5 rounds?
I'm not impressed with the fact that he was able to stick in there with me. I knew what his skill set was. I knew how tough he was. I knew he brought a lot of heart into this fight with him, and that goes a lot farther than people think, you know. And he's a tough guy, man. He fought from beginning to end with nothing but respect.
Dana said after the fight that obviously you broke your hand. We can see you have some tape on your hand today, but you didn't want to talk about it at the presser. You didn't want to bring it up. It wasn't important. He said that just goes to show what kind of a person, what kind of fighter you are. Can you tell us what actually did happen with the hand?
It's very similar to the injury that I had on my left hand that I got surgery on after I fought Jorgensen. It's very similar to that. It's on the other knuckle. It's on the middle knuckle again, and it's on the other hand now. And I heard it in the fight in the very beginning. It just hurt. I just ignored it. And the thing is, the reason why I don't talk about it is because I feel like a lot of people think of it as an excuse for whatever reason. On top of that, as long as I already know what's wrong with it to an extent, I knew that I was going to fight anyways. It wasn't going to stop me from fighting, so it's not really something that needs to be talked about. If it was like, all right, I'm not going to be able to fight Demetrious Johnson because I hurt my hand, then it's got to be talked about. But I fought anyway, so what's the point of saying anything, really?
Yeah. So now that you've had a couple days, have you seen the doctors? Have they given you any kind of diagnosis what's going on with the hand?
I have seen a doctor, and they told me pretty much it's the exact same thing I did on this hand, like I mentioned earlier, which is I have a torn ligament that goes over the top of the knuckle, and they said actually that, you know, a break might have been easier to heal, but it's going to take time because they have to re-adhere the tendon back to my knuckle so that my finger doesn't dislocate all the time, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, but they're going to end up slicing me here, slicing me all up, and drilling a hole and gluing everything back together. But again, it's not really my job. My job is to just heal up and get back in there and help somebody.
I know I talked to you a couple times when the other hand was injured and it was killing you. I mean, you hated being out of the gym. I mean, are you mentally prepared for the next? Because I mean, that put you out for what? It was about 4 or 5 months, wasn't it? I mean,
it was at least 4 months because it takes about 6 weeks in a soft cast. I mean, I'm able to move my hand, but then I got to go through rehab and like take care of it correct, because if you don't, I mean, these are my hands. Like, you can't really mess around with your hands. It's my weapon, so I got to take good care of them. But I'm still going to be training. I'm still going to be doing the things I need to do. It's just, it's the boring kind of training. All you can do is run, you know, leg exercises, drill jiu-jitsu stuff from your back. Like, you know, you can do sweep drills. You can do, it's just all the boring stuff. You don't get to go live on anything. Like, no wrestling live, no jiu-jitsu live, no punching people anymore for a little while. So that's what sucks. It's just the monotony of training without being able to hurt somebody, I suppose.
Yeah. But on the flip side, though, you fought Urijah back in July, then you fought Demetrious literally last weekend in October, and that's 2 pretty quick turnarounds for title fights. Usually we don't see champions make that quick of a turnaround. So on some level, are you ready for at least a little bit of vacation?
I'm definitely ready for a little break. I mean, for sure, it's going to feel good to just kind of sit back, but at the same time, it sucks to have to sit back because you're hurt. I'd rather be able to just sit back and relax and be good and keep training and doing my thing, but have no injuries. That'd be awesome, but what can you do? That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. So now on the flip side of that, you know, we know more than likely your next title contender is going to come from the fight with Brian Bowles and Urijah Faber. You fought both guys. You beat Brian to win the title, and you just recently beat Urijah. Do you think one guy has an advantage over the other, or do you think it's really a toss-up?
I mean, it's kind of a toss-up, but I think, if I had to bet, I gave the edge to Faber, just because I think that he can take Bowles down and just beat him up on the ground. I don't even think he's going to try to stand with Bowles. I think he's going to take Bowles down and ground and pound him on the ground, and that's how I think that fight's going to go.
Are you ready for a trilogy with Faber if it happens?
Let's do it.
You fought, real quick, I want to touch on your last, a couple of guys you fought, obviously, with Demetrious Johnson and Joseph Benavidez. Everyone's talking about them maybe, introducing the flyweight division.
Both Benavidez and who?
Benavidez and Demetrious Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get your thoughts, what do you think about if those two end up fighting each other? Because you have very good experience with both.
XYZ. Yeah.
You have very good experience with both guys. What do you think of that matchup?
I think that, you know, Demetrious Johnson, Benavidez, wow, I would love to see it. Like, that's a fight that's awesome for the fans. It's a win-win situation. Benavidez is no joke. Mighty Mouse, awesome. They got two different styles. They both switch stance often. They both are extremely quick. They're both explosive. It's like, man, that's a very similar matchup here. It's like two mirrors fighting each other, two little goblins trying to kill each other. So I would love to see it.
Yeah, and last question. You know, obviously coming off the win, you know, I know you got unfortunately a little time off, but it seemed like your you know, level of popularity, your level of recognition raised a little bit. You know, everyone spoke very well of you after this fight, and obviously it's always an uphill battle when you're new to a division, new to an organization, you know, coming up to the UFC. But do you feel like you're starting to get the recognition and you know, the fan support? I mean, obviously it takes time, but it seems like you're starting to get that finally.
I hope so, you know, but I'm here for the fans, so I hope I can get some love. You know, I came here to see the fans 1 week after my fight. I still got a busted hand, and I'm here to see you because I love you. But it's like, all I can do is you know, hope that the fans see what I'm trying to do is put a show on for them. I'm not doing anything else. This is what I do. I'm here to give them, you know, something to get away from life for a little while. You know, I know life gets tough, and that's why I do it. I go in the gym and I train to get away from life sometimes and just get in the grind. And you know, that's what they get to do when they come watch me fight. It'll be always fun to watch, and when I win, they win. So it's like, it's nice to be able to share that experience, and you know, I hope that you know, things continue to grow for me, and you know, I can get some love out there.
Absolutely. Thanks, champ.
Thank you.